Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Welcome to the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today is Wednesday, 13th July 2016. So we'll start with our prayers. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavatya uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. So we are finished 13 chapters. Today we are going to the chapter number 14. And the heading says disappearance of Lord Krishna. But actually it's just, Arjuna goes to meet Krishna and then he comes back. Of course, with that news only. So we'll just take one shloka from that chapter and then we'll discuss. So we have taken shloka number 37 from chapter 14. Yatapāda sushrunat mukhya karmana satyadayo dvi ashta sahasra yoshitaha nirjitya sankhe tridashansha tada ashisho
Nirjitya Sankhe Sada Ashisho
haranti vajrayuda vallabhocitaha
Haranti Vajrayuda Vallabhocitaha.
Yatapada sushruna mukhya karmana
Yatapada Sushruna Mukhya Karmana
satyadayo dvi ashta sahasra yoshitaha
Satyadayo Dvinashta Sahasra Yoshitaha
nirjitya sankhe tridashamsa tada ashisho
Nirjitya Sankhe Dasham Sada Ashisho
haranti vajrayuda vallabhocitaha
Haranti Vajrayuda Vallabhocitaha.
Darshana Mataji.
Hare Krishna Babaji.
Hare Krishna.
Yatpada shushruna mukhya karmana
यतपादशोषृणमुख्यकर्मणा
सत्यदयो द्विअष्ट सहस्र योषितः
सत्यदयो द्विअष्टसहस्रयोषितः
निर्जित्य संख्ये त्रिदशांश तदाशिषो
निर्जित्य संख्ये त्रिदशांश तद आशिषो
हरन्ति वजायुध वल्लभोचिता
हरन्ति वज्रायुधवल्लभोचिताः यत्
Yat
whose
whose
पाद
पाद
feet
feet,
feet
शुश्रूषण
शुश्रूषण
administration of comforts
administration
of comforts
मुख्य
mukhya,
the most important
the most
the most important
कर्मणा
karma
कर्मणा
by the acts of
by
by
the
the acts of
सत्य आदयः
satya
Satya Adayah
queens headed by Satyabhama
queens headed by Satyabhama
द्विअष्ट
Dviashta
20 twice 8
twice
times
8
8
सहस्र
Sahasra
1000
thousand
योषितः
yosh
Yoshitaha
the fair sex
the
fair
fair
sex
निर्जित्य
nirjit
Nijitya
by subduing
by
by
subduing
sankhye
sankhya
Sankhya
in the battle
in the battle
battle
three dashan
three dashan
Dasham
of the denizens of heaven
of
the denizens of heaven.
heaven
tat ashishah
Tat Ashishah
what is enjoyed by the devatas
what is enjoyed by the demigods
haranti
Haranti
do take away
do take away
vajra ayudha vallabha
Vajra Ayudha
Ayudha
Vallabha
Vallabha
the wives of the personality who control the thunderbolt
the wife of
wives of the personality who controls the
control the
thunderbolt
thunderbolt
uchita
Uchita
deserving
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 translation simply by administering comforts at the lotus feet of the Lord, which is the most important of all services, the queens at Dwaraka, headed by Satyabhama, induce the Lord to conquer the Devatas. Thus, the queens enjoy things which are prerogatives of the wives of the controller of thunderbolts. So please repeat. Simply by administering
simply by
by
administering
administering
comforts at the lotus feet of the Lord,
comfort at
comforts
the
at the lotus
of
feet
the
of the
Lord,
Lord,
which is the most important of all services,
which is
which
the
is the most important of all services.
the queens at Dwarka,
the
Queens at Dwarka,
Dwarka,
headed by Satyabhama,
headed by
headed by Satyabhama,
induce the Lord
induce the
induce
Lord
the Lord
to conquer the Devatas.
to conquer
conquer
the
the
Devatas.
Devas.
Thus, the queens enjoy things
Thus the
Thus
queens
the queens enjoy
things
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 which are prerogatives of the wives
which are prerogatives of the wives
of the controller of thunderbolts.
of the
of the controller of
Thunder-
thunderbolt.
Thank you very much. So please mute your mics. This is a very sad chapter, because it's all talks of so many bad omen, which is happening around. I think we have to. Okay. But anyway, we'll just have to go through it because we learn so many things from this chapter. So Sutta Goswami is continuing and he's talking about, what happened after last we saw Dhritarashtra leaves his house, home and also leaves his body. Then he says, Arjuna, he went to Dwarka to see Lord Krishna and other friends. And he just wanted to know what's Lord's next plan. So few months passed. Arjuna did not come back. So naturally, Yudhishthira Maharaj, he was worried. It's almost like 7 months Arjuna doesn't return. So when Krishna, and he starts, thinking that there is something wrong. Maybe Krishna is not there, because then he compares to what is happening on the ground there, All inauspicious things start happening. And he thinks that this is just a passing phase, it will go. But then he observes that, it's really, really becoming situation is becoming very bad. I mean, although it was still the Dwapar Yuga, but when Krishna is not present, things will start happening. Especially when he's present and then not present, It's like, the sun, when it is present, it's all light, and then suddenly it's covered, or it just, goes into the western horizon, then everything becomes dark, right? So here, there's one nice definition of Krishna's presence. It says that when Krishna is present, then everything is in full, Purna. Like the religion, the knowledge. Because he himself was imparting that knowledge. We have the classic example of Bhagavad Gita. It was Krishna who gave that knowledge to Arjuna. So when Krishna is there, that knowledge which was spoken almost 5,000 years back, and first he spoke about 120 million years back. But now recently he spoke 5,000 years back. But still, we discuss that. Everybody is discussing. Some may not be agreeing with that, but you keep discussing. And for a devotee, it's the torchlight, So when Krishna is not there, season changes. When Krishna was to appear in Mathura, again season has changed, It described that although it was a monsoon, that month of August generally, Krishna's appearance is there. And that's the time of monsoon. But they could see so many things which were non-monsoon but happening there, It was like the autumn season, the fall season, full of mangoes, full of other fruits which are not generally, lotuses not blooming in the night generally, but on those days, they're blooming all night also. So like that, some auspicious things were happening. But now it's the other way around. Yudhishthir Maharaj is observing that suddenly he's seeing the change in people's attitude. Very greedy, angry, just at a drop of a hat you start fighting, and very deceitful, cheating. And Prabhupada mentions about the 4 principles of malpractice. He says malpractice depends on these 4 things. What are those? Error. You just keep on committing errors. Then insanity. Then inability. And then finally cheating. These are the 4 defects of the human being also, like we are in illusion, we make mistakes, our senses are not perfect, and we have the propensity to cheat, right? So this cheating, especially, he saw that it has become too much. Even between friends, they were cheating. They started cheating. Family people started cheating. Misunderstanding between fathers and sons and everything, So this was not there. Everything was, especially in Yudhishthir Maharaj's reign, everything was fantastic. We saw that, how he took care of everything. So even husband, wife, there is some quarrel happening, something happening. Of course, now it's very common. But we are talking of the good times. So he noticed that it's really, really disturbing. He saw that I'm not happy with this situation. So there must be something, some inkling. You remember, Vidura never told them anything about the Yadu Vansha. Definitely not about Krishna. So he called his younger brother Bhima and he started talking to him, And he says, I sent Arjuna to meet Krishna, and now 7 months have passed. No sign of his return. So I don't know what's going on. Of course, Krishna appears in Brahma's every day, He chooses a particular Mahayuga to appear. But now, Yudhishthira is really, really disturbed. And then he remembers what Narada Muni had said. Narada Muni had told him already that things will become bad when Krishna leaves, And Krishna is not going to stay here forever. So he started speculating that looks like Krishna is not there. He has departed back to his Goloka Vrindavan. So he starts talking to Bhimasena. Bhimasena was a very, very intelligent person. We think that he was just a wrestler or something, a person with 10,000, strength of 10,000 elephants and so on. But he was very wise also. You must have noticed that he spoke the minimum, He believed in action, not in words. So he says, Yudhishthira says that it looks like, things are really, really going from bad to worse. So far, Krishna has been so kind to us. We won over the enemies. He said that you will all go to the higher planets. He said so many things. We got good wives, progeny, control, everything we got because of the mercy of Krishna. And now he's calling Bhima that, oh, you, Bhima, you're a man with a tiger's strength. And you've seen so many miseries we have gone through, right? But now I'm seeing that it just looks like, these miseries are back on us. And then he starts talking of some lakshana, bad omen. There is some connection between these bad omens, and then what's happening. Generally, for a man, they say if your left side of your body, your eyes, thighs, arms, they start quivering again and again, Then generally, you see people say that, okay, yes, something is going to happen, Some people start taking precaution when they see these symptoms. And then he's observing what's happening, and so he shares with Bhima. He says, look, the she jackal, they cry in the night, and when they cry, there is some death somewhere. So he says, it's not good, And then they are crying at the rising sun. They should be crying at the evening, but they are crying in the morning. And then dogs are also become fearless. They're just barking at everybody. And then he says that, cows are passing on my left side. See, again, one more thing. Somebody may say it's a blind faith or something. But yes, if cow passes you on the left side, it's not a good thing. So allow the cow to pass on the right side. And then he says that these lower animals like donkeys and asses, they are doing parikrama of me. And then my horse is weeping. When he sees me, he starts weeping. So he says, everything I'm seeing. The pigeon is supposed to be messenger of peace, right? But here it's looking like it's messenger of death. Everybody is having very shrieky sound. There's nothing which is auspicious. And then you look at the sky, there's so much smoke. It looks like as if, earth and the mountains are throbbing. And then there's no cloud, but you can hear the thunder. And just, like they say, bolt from the blue, because for a bolt to happen, the clouds have to clash. Bolt from the blue means unexpected. This was taken from Bhagavatam, you can see. And the wind is blowing very violently, dust everywhere. It's a really, really bad situation, he says. I'm really, really disturbed. The sun is also looking like, it's not so sharp anymore. Rivers, ponds, reservoirs, everything looks disturbed. So he says, I was going and I saw that the cows, they are not sucking the teat of the cows, their mothers. And cows are also not giving milk. They're standing and just crying. Even the deities in the temple are crying. They are perspiring. You can see perspiration on the deities. And looks like they are about to leave. They don't want to live anymore. All the villages, towns, gardens, everything has become bereft of some beauty or peace or happiness. So I don't know what's going on. Why this is happening? It looks like, we are in for some big shock, some very bad news. So far, we are so fortunate that Krishna was there and his footprints were all over the place, and that's why it was so auspicious. Although there were some problems, but we overcame them, so easily. So then Suta Goswami is addressing Shaunaka. He says like this, Maharaj Yudhishthira was observing all these signs. And then suddenly he saw Arjuna. He came back from Dwarka. So he just bowed down to the king, and he saw some very, very sad faces. And he was also not happy, When he bowed down, tears started gliding from his eyes. He's a warrior, he's a hero. He's not some ordinary person, but even he was crying. So generally, we saw the etiquette that when somebody comes, you ask him about the welfare and so on and so forth. So Maharaj Yudhishthira started talking to Arjuna. So he just gives a big list. He starts, asking about everybody because he knows that he had gone there, he met so many people. So he says, what about our friends, Madhu, Bhoja, Dashara, Arha, Satvata, Andaka, Yadu family? Are they happy? Did you meet them? Who did you meet? How about our grandfather, Shurasena, and my mama, Vasudev? Are all they doing well? How about all the wives of Krishna? Are they okay? So like that he starts asking. Ugrasena, Kritavarma, Akrura, Jayanta, Gada, Sharana, Shatrujit. Are they happy? How about Balaram? Bhagavan Balaram, this said the Bhagavan Balaram is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And is the protector of the devotees. How about Pradyumna? Krishna's son. Aniruddha. They're all expansions of Krishna. Are they doing well? So like that, he keeps asking. Sushena, Charudeshna, Simba, son of Jambavati, Rishabha, Shrutadeva, Uddhava, Nanda, Sunanda, all the uncles, other leaders of souls. Are they doing well? So, he's because he's so anxious to know about what's going on and why this is happening. So he just keeps on, one after the other, he keeps asking about everybody. And he said, you must have enjoyed at Dwarka. Dwarka is the best place because Krishna is there. And, you could have met Balaram and then played with him and Yadu dynasty and everybody, Everybody is, I'm sure they're all happy there and, perfect. And then he says, they must be all serving Krishna. That's the most important service for anybody. All the queens headed by Satyabhama, they're all, the shloka we read today, they all asked the Lord to conquer the, somebody asked for Parijata flower, somebody asked for something else. So Krishna had to fight with the Devatas. So this way he kept on asking. And then he turns to Arjuna and he says, "Are you all right? Looks like, you lost your bodily luster, you're so tejasvi. I don't see that anymore." And see now, this is the part I like the most in this chapter, that what is all that can bring you problems from a perspective of a Mahatma like Yudhishthir Maharaj. So he doesn't want to talk about Krishna because that's the thing he is avoiding, because he knows there's something wrong, but still he doesn't want to open the topic because it's devastating for everybody. So he says different thing, why a person should feel sad. So for example, he says, is it because others have neglected you or they disrespected you because you stayed there so long? When the guest stays longer, then people want to get rid. Atithi. I was reading one time, very nice explanation. Atithi. Tithi is dead. Atithi means one who comes without any information. That's why I called Atithi. And then people start planning to get rid of him sooner or later. Or has somebody addressed you with unfriendly words? Anybody threatened you? Or is it because you could not give charity to someone? Or you could not keep your promise? So these are the things which bring unhappiness. Then he says, I know that you are always protecting the cows, the women, and the disease. Could you not give them protection when they need it? Or have you contacted a woman who's not in good character? Or you are not properly helped or served a deserving woman? Or it looks like, you have been defeated by somebody inferior to you or equal to you, because Arjuna is unconquerable, but now he says, looks like, it looks like, and it happened, that when Arjuna was coming back, the powerful Arjuna, he was defeated by some eunuchs, an army of eunuchs. So then, like this, Yudhishthir Maharaj is just keeping on asking him. He says, looks like maybe you have not taken the deserving people with you, deserving people to dine with you, to have dinner with you. Or looks like, you took your meals alone. That's a big curse again, Now everybody takes it alone when, especially you're a bachelor or something, then. So looks like you've done something, some abominable thing, something, which is really, really bad. And then he comes to the last point and says, or is it because you lost your close friend, Krishna? I cannot think of any other reason, because I know you so well. I don't think of any other reason other than this. So please tell me what happened. Why this morose face? You look like, you are a better situation when you are in Bhagavad, before the war. But now you look like even worse than that. Arjuna was in a confused state, but now he says you are still looking very, very bad situation. So like this, when Krishna is not there, everything can go topsy-turvy, especially when you are there with Krishna, isn't it? So as I said, this is not a happy chapter, but everybody has to undergo that, We have to see Krishna from the points of view of Yudhishthir Maharaj and Arjuna and his close friends. And as devotees, we have to take a lot of lessons from this. This is the love we have to develop for Krishna. This is Krishna Prema we are talking about, We are still struggling, but we are on the path. One day, hopefully, with mercy of Guru and Krishna, we can get these same feelings like this. Great personalities. Okay. So I'll stop here. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, comments, we can take it up.
बोलायचं. तुला तर म्हटलं तुला काय करायचं कर म्हणून.
Hare Krishna.
मला सांग. फॉर्म बघ. आता काय बघायचं फॉर्मचं सांगितलं ना तुला.
Hare Krishna. I can hear some sounds from Darshana Mataji's computer. So anybody has any question or no questions? Okay then, we'll stop here.